Hi, my name is Jake Snyder, and I'd like to welcome you to the Asheville Legal videocast. I'm one of the partners here at Asheville Legal, and if you followed us along for some of our videos, you'll know that we are very big on preventive practices, preventing big lawsuits and legal problems from happening down the road. And this is all about small businesses for us and helping them run as efficiently as possible. Today, I want to talk to you about employment practices, and it's our opinion that any business that is expanding to add new people really needs to consult with an attorney about their employment practices to make sure they respect the law. The fact of the matter is, if you're not following the law with your employment practices, it actually can lead to a lot of problems happening down the road, expensive, big problems. Just to give an example, I once worked with a small business client who was failing to accurately track their employees' hours for purposes of collecting overtime pay. One employee got fired, got mad about it, and then complained about the practice to the USDOL, the Department of Labor. And what ended up happening is they had to spend many thousands of dollars fending off an audit from the USDOL. As you can see, it's a big problem. But if you can comply with the law at the outset and make sure you're respecting these practices early on, you can sharply reduce these risks by being proactive. And I'll give you two examples of the biggest mistakes I see. And I already mentioned one, violations of the overtime laws. You have to keep track on a week-to-week basis the hours that your employees log to make sure that you're accurately finding out if they are working over 40 hours in a given work week. Moreover, you need to make sure that you know which employees should be getting overtime versus which ones shouldn't. There are exceptions to this rule, and knowing those is very important. For kind of a Kickstarter on this, you can go to the USDOL website and look up what are called fact sheets on how to abide by these practices. But if you have any questions beyond that, you really need to meet with a lawyer. The second mistake that I see many small businesses fall into is they treat their employees, who they should be paying with a W-2, as subcontractors, and they pay them on a 1099. This is problematic because just because you say someone's a subcontractor doesn't mean that the government, including the IRS, are going to see it the same way. And there's a very complicated test for determining, is somebody a W-2 employee or is somebody a 1099 subcontractor? That's also available in a fact sheet with the USDOL, but the prevailing theme is that if you're telling an employee when to be at work, what they need to do when they're there, and where they need to be at work, that all suggests that they lack the independent discretion to be a subcontractor. Once again, if you have questions about figuring out how to classify the people that work for you, you should give an attorney a call as soon as possible because it's crucial that you get out in front of these problems now. One thing we like to say is that an ounce of prevention now can prevent you from having to spend a whole pound on a cure down the road. And that's part of our preventive practice for small businesses here at Asheville Legal. And if you have any more questions about that, you should absolutely give us a call because we'll be able to help you out. Thanks.